Hey guys, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 19. Hey guys, and welcome to today's vlog. I'm starting the vlog. It's like 1 o'clock now almost. I'm going to get ready in a second and then I'm going to start wrapping gifts. Sebastian and I are going to try if we can to get my family's gifts out today. I don't know if it's gonna be possible. He's actually picking up a couple things right now that I needed to get before we ship these things out. I'm so happy. The thing that I said in a couple vlogs ago was not supposed to get here on time to be delivered to my hometown. It arrived, so hallelujah. Someone said a prayer for me, I guess. I know that material things are not important and the most important thing is your family, but this year just sucks so much, and even though I can't be with my family physically, I still want to make their day a little bit brighter, even if it is in the form of a gift, and so that's kind of how I feel. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I like to wrap. Sebastian brought my lights downstairs so that I have some good lighting since it's so dark and gloomy out right now. So I washed my makeup off. I'm going to get ready now. I'm going to multitask and watch my vlog that's going up in a little bit. I need to make sure it's okay. I actually posted yesterday's vlog without watching it first and didn't realize that my intro clip where Sebastian and I go, hey guys, it's Vlogmas Day, blah, blah, blah. I had several of that same clip layered over top of each other by mistake when I pasted it into my timeline, and it sounded so crazy. Such a bad clip. But fortunately, YouTube has a feature now where you can kind of edit certain parts of your video. If you want to take something out, or if you want to like blur a section out of a video, you can do that now without having to re-upload the video, which was really nice because I just cut the whole beginning clip out where we say, hey guys, da 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 da. I really hope that people weren't really annoyed with that clip because it sounded awful, especially headphone users. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad because it probably just sounded like we were screaming into the camera. I thought I would get a chance to like play with my new palette by now. Where is it? I really want to use it, but I know I'm gonna want to kind of like experiment with it a bit, and I just don't have time for that. It's so pretty. Yeah, I'm so excited to use this. I can't wait. I'm just not gonna use it just yet because I need to put makeup on that I know is gonna look good and it's not gonna take me very long. My makeup routine takes me like under half an hour to do, which is everything I need for right now. Okay, so I'm gonna make myself some coffee because I'm feeling super tired. I'm looking for one of my favorite Starbucks mugs and I think I found it. Damn, I'm still too short to grab it. Crap. Can you see it? White with gold dots. I love that mug. I guess I'm gonna have this one instead. So as with everything during Vlogmas, the plans have changed. You really can't plan, I've realized, when you're doing something like this. But because we ran out of time, I was really struggling to get my vlog up because I didn't have a title, a thumbnail, concept. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to call it, and I still need to find a proper thumbnail, but I haven't even started wrapping yet. It's 3:30. Sebastian's grabbing me a Starbucks because we have no milk. Hopefully that will be the pick-me-up that I need because I'm feeling really tired. I went to bed super late last night. I was editing all night because I knew today was going to be super busy with trying to get these gifts wrapped, but we found out that we can also ship them out on the 21st and they will get there by I think the 22nd or the 23rd, and then we can also ship them out on the 24th and they should get there on the 24th if I send them out by cargo. I'm gonna wrap everything I can tonight and it's just gonna be probably like a wrapping party night.
Coffee is there.
Honey, you're home.
Honey, I'm home. I know you only care about what I brought you.
I do. Did you wipe it? It's so good. You look so tanned.
So do you.
Not as tanned as you do. When we did Sebastian self-tanner, I realized after how dark he was, I was like, okay, I think you should go wash it off now. Like, I don't think you should let it develop fully. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I think it might be just a little bit too dark for your skin tone and your hair. And then he went and washed it off. But the next day, I was like, I don't believe that you actually washed it off, because it was like way darker than mine was, and I didn't wash mine off. Yours was probably only on for like an hour or something, right?
It's probably jeans. I just tan really quickly.
I really love that self-tanner though. The color is like perfect.
Sebastian's taking down our, we have this like set of copper twinkly lights that I had running along this window here before, but we haven't been using them, and when I did use them, it felt a little bit like too much, even for me. Just saying something.
Talk about too much, don't show my front.
Why?
So I feel like you can see that
The holidays
what
have
I've
hit?
been doing, the first part of this month.
Oh, the first part of this month. Did it stop? Did you stay away from the gingerbread?
It's 2020 body.
The 2020 body, yeah.
Just for like safety reasons, because we never know, you know, when we go into like a lockdown again and like groceries.
Grocery stores might be completely empty.
So I put on a safety layer just in case we run out of things.
I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to order the incense for Christmas Eve. I haven't done that yet.
I thought we have scents.
No, I told you I want to order the actual incense that they use in the Catholic Church for Christmas Eve. I always talk about incense around the holidays to you guys, because there's a lot of Christmas scents that remind me of when I was younger and I would still go to church with my family. I didn't know this. I thought this was at all churches, but I grew up going to the Catholic Church, so this is the only church I'm familiar with. But at the Catholic Church, what they do is they burn myrrh, and frankincense. So I have a lot of memories around Christmas that, especially with smell, I feel like smell is such an important sense for triggering memories. And for me, that is something that always triggers memories of Christmas from when I was a child. So what I want to do is I want to order like the actual blend of incense that they use in Catholic churches around Christmas time, so that I can light them here on Christmas Eve. Every year I ask my family if we can go to church when they come down, but my sister doesn't really have any interest in going to church, and my mom would go, but my mom is actually not Catholic. She would always just go to church with us when my dad was with us, because my dad is Catholic. She doesn't feel as comfortable in the Catholic Church as she does in her own church. Yeah, and this year Sebastian and I would have gone because my family's not coming down, but it's the one year that we can't actually go to church. It's a long rambly story to say I'm wanting to order the incense, and I'm going to order them from Amazon. I looked them up and I found some. So I'm going to order them. Hopefully they'll get here within the next day or two, and then we can light them on Christmas Eve. And I feel like I want to do that for like future Christmas Eves too. All right, so it's a little later. I've decided to wrap myself before I start wrapping gifts. I put my little bow on. I bought this last year thinking I was going to wear it all the time because I thought it was so cute, but turns out I never actually wear it. But what better occasion to wear a bow than when you're going to be wrapping gifts? So Sebastian brought down all of my wrapping supplies. I went over this last year in my gift wrap with me plus how I organize my wrapping paper video, and you guys seemed to really enjoy it. So in case you're new here, I figured I would go over my little system for how I organize my wrapping paper and supplies. I'll quickly go over it in case you've already seen it and it's not like too repetitive. I love these under bed storage totes for storing wrapping paper. They're the perfect size because they're super long and you can actually fit rolls in them. A lot of totes are like too short to fit rolls, so I love this kind of system. We got these from Walmart and they're by the brand Sterilite, I think. We have two of those. You can obviously tell which of these two is my favorite. This has got like all my nice wrapping paper, and then this one over here has spillover and then wrapping paper colors from previous years that I just don't really touch that much anymore. But I still keep them in here because when family comes to town and they need wrapping paper, because I know they're not going to wrap the gifts nicely, I will give them this tote. Sounds really mean, but I know that they're just going to slap it on there anyway, so I keep the nice stuff for myself because I know I'm going to actually put effort into the gifts. This is also Sebastian's tote to draw from. I also like to keep the scraps of any nice wrapping paper, so I will organize those. I used to just keep them inside the totes, but it started to get so messy that we put them in this box with some paper clips on the ends to hold them in place. These are good for like little tiny gifts, and also I've used scraps a lot in the past for DIYs. So this box is where I keep all of my tags. These pretty much have names written on every single one of them. I love reusing tags, especially if they're really cute. So I have some new tags. These ones are from Target. These are also from Target. I also keep my tissue paper in here, and then this
kind of metallic ribbon. This box here is where I keep all of my wired ribbon. They look really nice because they will hold whatever kind of structure you want to give to them. I also reuse my ribbon. I just put it in this box over here and then try to find a piece that matches the size of the gift I'm working with. And I also really like these types of ribbons so that I can create curls and just have a variety of different ribbon styles. This box has some washi tapes. I love these for adding like a faux ribbon effect. They really dress up a very simple gift. I love the glittery ones so much. I use those a lot. I have my pens in here, more washi tape, some twine, and then I have just like an assortment of different tags. Also, this is usually the box I let my family go into when they need tags, because again, I know that they're not trying to make the gifts look nice, so I save the good stuff for myself. This last bag here is where I keep all my bows. What I do is I take out all of the colorful bows from these multi-pack bags and I keep all the neutrals together. This year I actually managed to grab a bag of bows from Target that is just all neutral colors, which is really nice. And I used to have this bag really nice and organized and had bows sorted by color. I just have all of the ones that I know I'm not going to use just kind of loose in here. And I hope I don't sound really mean when I say that I give my family all the stuff that I don't want to use, but it's kind of a running joke with my family that none of them really care about wrapping gifts, and I'm the one who wants all the gifts to look perfect. So usually what happens is my mom will kind of hide her gifts behind the tree and let me have the front of the tree to put my gifts out. And for me, it's more like decor. I think of gifts as being part of the decor. It's not really about the fact that I'm like, oh, all these gifts are so ugly, we can't show them. I just like to have all the like pretty gifts to be, you know, front and center. I'm gonna set the mood. I'm gonna light my new candle. I'm very excited about this. I haven't actually lit it yet, so it's gonna smell super Christmassy in here. I'm gonna put some Christmas movies on the TV and start wrapping, and this is gonna be such an enjoyable time for me. It's probably the only time I'll actually be able to really pay attention to a Christmas movie, so I'm really looking forward to this. So here's my new candle. It's called Wood Fire by Illume. It smells so strong and so nice. It just smells like the most wonderful Christmassy fire, and it's giving me all the Christmas feels. I wish we had a real fireplace. Wrapping the gift, but Sebastian and I are going to make some dinner. We're going to make this rainbow tortellini, 3 formaggio, so 3 cheese tortellini. I haven't had tortellini and I don't even know how long, like years.
A really long time.
But I always loved tortellini, so it's weird that I haven't made it in so long. So for a sauce, I'm going to make something I haven't made before for tortellini. I'm going to make a browned butter sage sauce, and I might add a little bit of cream. I'm not sure. I'm gonna taste and figure it out as I go.
It smells so good.
Yeah, it smells so good. I love sage. If you have never had crispy sage for your pasta before, you absolutely need to try it out. The sage gets really nice and crispy.
Buttery,
buttery, but also like it has this browned butter taste, which is so nice. I've had browned butter sage sauce on ravioli before, but I've never done it for tortellini. They're fairly similar though, so I feel like it would probably be just as good. So we've got some water boiling. It's gonna be very easy. Not a lot of prep either, which is really nice.
thing I forgot to mention is that I used, again, the Parmesan shreds. I always normally use Parmigiano Reggiano for all my pasta sauces, but
You're
the
into the
Parmesan,
shreds now.
I'm so into them right now because look how stringy they are. They like have the best cheese pulls. I'll probably go back to using the Parmesan soon, Parmigiano Reggiano, but I'm just really loving the stretchy cheese right now.
It's so good.
I've never made this before, but I was thinking I took one of my favorite ways to make ravioli, which is a brown butter sage sauce, and I just added cream and cheese, basically. It's so easy.
You can taste a little bit of
So
wine.
good. Oh, and wine. Sensitive palate. So good though. Not even any garlic. It's literally the most simple recipe ever.
I love the sage in there. You can really taste it. Makes a big difference.
Sage is such a nice herb for making pasta sauces with. Also the brown butter. Brown butter is like one of the most amazing things ever. Honestly, it is.
Let's watch some Vlogmas.
I was gonna say, I feel like this dish did not look cute at all. It honestly looked kind of like I slopped a bunch of pasta on a plate with some creamy sauce, but honestly I feel like this was maybe one of my favorite dishes I've made this holiday season. I think because it's different than all the other dishes I make usually with garlic and onions or shallots and things like that, and the sage really is such a nice change. It's so different but so good, and it feels like it belongs on pasta. Anyway, gonna go back to wrapping now. I showed you guys this last year, but I figured if you didn't see that video, or maybe you want a refresher, I'm gonna show you guys how I package up clothes. I really like packaging up clothes this way because this is actually a technique I ripped off from clothing stores, and I think it makes your gifts look much nicer than if you just kind of stuff your clothes with tissue paper. Especially because a lot of the times tissue paper is actually much bigger than your clothes itself. And then you have all this extra bulk on the side. So what I noticed that clothing stores do is they will take their tissue paper and they will create a bit of a crease with the tissue paper and kind of adjust the crease to fit whatever it is that's going on top of the tissue paper. So then when you lay whatever it is you have on top, you have this really nicely packaged item of clothing. So it just looks a little bit cuter. And this is extra, but I also like to add a nicer piece of tissue paper. And it just makes it look a little nicer, but again, absolutely not necessary. Measure it, good. And then just press it down. The edges look nice. There's not like a bunch of tissue paper that's all crumpled at the edges, and it just looks very clean, I feel like. Although this box is definitely not cute, but I didn't have a box this size that was nice. How I wrap the gifts, I've showed you guys this several times, but again, if you're new here or you're interested, I'm gonna show you guys again, and I'll try to be faster because I've showed you guys I think 2 times now. First things first, I love these wrapping papers that have the grids. They make everything so much easier. So what I do is I will measure the paper up the side, and I know that this is all I need, and you don't need more paper than that. You only need to make sure that one side is completely covered with the paper, because when you fold your paper over to meet in the back, both sides close up the space. You end up wasting less wrapping paper that way. When I discovered this, I was so happy because you get a much nicer end of your gift. It's way sharper if you have less wrapping paper there. Everyone does their corners differently. The way I like to do mine is I start off by folding these parts in. This is not the best box to show you guys how I wrap because it's not very sturdy or structured. I'm not gonna get nice sharp edges, but the technique is the same. I like to take like either a pen or a card and just press these edges down. I fold the back side down first, and then I fold the good side down. I like wrapping like this so then you get these nice little corners. So another thing I like to do is I kind of work in a projection line or an assembly line type of fashion. So I will wrap all the gifts and then I will ribbon and tag and bow all the gifts. So I find that it's fastest that way because you're doing the same step over and over again. Also, when you do the ribbons at the end, you can decide which ones you want to have ribbons on and which ones you want to keep a little bit more simple, just so you have some variety. And I feel like that helps you have like a nicer overall look to your gifts because you don't have so much going on with ribbons ribbons and stuff. So what I like to do is I take a Post-it and I will write down on the gift who it's for, and if I need to, I'll give myself some indication of what's inside the gift just so I have a better idea, and then that way after I know who to tag it for. So in my video from last year, I showed you guys in a time lapse how I do the ribbon, and I had so many questions about how to actually do the ribbon and why I didn't show it in detail. So I'll show you guys a couple of different ways that I like to do ribbon for my gifts. This is some of my favorite ribbon. It's a very glittery gold ribbon from Costco. It's got wired edge and it's just so pretty. I got this a couple years ago and it's honestly my favorite stuff ever. It's just so beautiful. One thing that I love to do is if I have gifts that kind of go together and are off sizes, like for instance, these two gifts kind of go together. They're for the same person, they go together. I like to take complementing wrapping paper and I will stack them on top of each other. So I will take some ribbon, get the middle of it, it's right there, put my boxes on there, tie it, and then just make a normal bow. Tighten it, and then I adjust the bow so that it's not absolutely enormous. Shorten and adjust it until my loops look the way I want them to, which is actually very easy when you have this wired ribbon. It makes the job so easy. Now this is going to be shipped, so it's not going to stay looking cute like this, guaranteed. But I like to bend the ribbon so that it's got some structure. And there you have a really cute, nicely ribboned set of gifts. And because I used this tree wrapping paper, I'm gonna use one of these tree tags, which is super cute. Just tie it through the ribbon. I love the look of stacked gifts. I love these coordinating tags. I think they're so cute. So that's one way I like to do ribbon. I love the coordinating tag here that matches the wrapping paper. So pretty and very simple. It takes honestly no time at all to add wired ribbon to your gifts. I'm gonna show you guys another way I like to do ribbon, and you can do this with both wired ribbon or you can use regular ribbon that doesn't have the wires on the edges. I'm gonna use ribbon without wire. I'm going to measure it out to see how much I need. All right, so this is enough. I'm taking my ribbon, folding it in half, and then at the corner down here, I'm going to put the ribbon on the corner, taking the ribbon, going underneath the gift, and then back up over to the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, over, and then meet back up at the corners. Tie it, create a bow, adjust your bow, and then I'm gonna cut this an angle, and then I'm gonna take a tag, and there you have another really cute way to do a bow, and it looks just as good if you do it with a soft ribbon like this or if you use a wired ribbon. Super easy.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family.
Hey guys, so it's the next day now. It's actually like 4 o'clock. I've just been editing the vlog up until this point. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video with seems like lots of tutorials and organization. If you guys prefer just regular montages of wrapping, then make sure to check out tomorrow's vlog because I have a lot of wrapping left to do before I ship my family's gifts out tomorrow. So if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all for Vlogmas Day 20. Bye guys.
Merry Christmas.